In the shadowy underbelly of the West Coast's motorcycle culture lies a rivalry shrouded in mystery and fueled by decades of tension. The clash between the Hells Angels and the Vagos Motorcycle Club has simmered and erupted in violent confrontations that have reverberated through the biker underworld. But who are these people, and what is their rivalry about? Watch the video to find out. The early to mid-1960s in America marked a peculiar era, particularly for returning Vietnam War veterans. The tumultuous experiences of war left many grappling with the challenges of readjusting to civilian life. Struggling with trauma and seeking solace, a significant number of these veterans found refuge and camaraderie in motorcycle clubs, notably the infamous Hells Angels. The Hells Angels emerged as a prominent symbol of rebellion and freedom in the early 1960s, with chapters established in key cities such as San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. They provided a haven for veterans seeking kinship and an outlet for their restlessness. Riding across the vast expanse of the West Coast, these veterans found solidarity and release in the company of like-minded individuals. However, the allure of the Hells Angels, with its reputation for rugged independence and daring exploits, also inspired others to carve their paths. In the city of San Bernardino, against the backdrop of societal upheaval and the search for identity, a pivotal moment occurred on the corner of 8th and Davidson in 1965. Here, Rudy Esparza, a man with a vision, gathered 13 friends and proposed the idea of founding their own motorcycle club. Esparza's proposition resonated with the group, offering them the opportunity to forge a distinct brotherhood tailored to their aspirations and values. Fueled by a desire for autonomy and a longing for belonging, this motley crew embarked on a journey that would shape the landscape of motorcycle culture. The decision to establish a new club was not merely an act of defiance or emulation, but a testament to the human need for connection and purpose. For these individuals, the motorcycle club represented more than just a means of escape. It was a canvas upon which they could paint their dreams and assert their agency in a world fraught with uncertainty. The emergence of new motorcycle clubs during this era underscores the complex interplay between individual agency and collective identity. While the Hells Angels may have loomed large as the epitome of rebellion, their influence also sparked a ripple effect, inspiring others to chart their own destinies. In the case of the San Bernardino Club, it was a manifestation of the human spirit's indomitable drive to seek connection and create meaning in the face of adversity. However, with their growing notoriety came increased scrutiny from law enforcement. By 1970, numerous Vagos members found themselves entangled in legal troubles, facing incarceration for various offenses. Yet, such setbacks did little to quell the club's ambitions or dampen their resolve. Fast forward to May of 1974, the Vagos found themselves traversing the scorching desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico, en route to their stronghold in California. Amidst the searing heat, they paused for respite at a local bar near the University of New Mexico, indulging in a few drinks before continuing their journey. Despite their fearsome reputation, their presence in Albuquerque was uneventful, a mere pit stop in their relentless pursuit of freedom and adventure. By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, the Vagos were back on the road, their sights set on reaching Phoenix by nightfall. The arrival of the Vagos in Los Angeles marked a turning point for the club, but it also heralded a tragic chapter in their history. Meeting with friends, they were blindsided by the shocking revelation that they were front-page news, plastered as the FBI's most wanted men. Confusion rippled through the group as they grappled with the sudden turn of events, but they recognized the gravity of the situation and decided to surrender themselves to the authorities. Transported back to New Mexico, the Vagos faced a wave of public condemnation and outrage. Accused of the heinous crime of taking the life of a UNM student named William Velton, the club found themselves thrust into the spotlight of a high-profile investigation. Despite the absence of concrete evidence linking them to the crime, the mere coincidence of their presence in town on the fateful night led to a swift and harsh judgment from the authorities and the public alike. In a desperate bid to extract information, law enforcement resorted to placing the Vagos members in cells with undercover informants. The credibility of these informants was dubious at best, and the lack of recorded evidence left the fate of the accused hanging in the balance. Relying solely on the word of one informant, the justice system swiftly condemned the 5 Vagos to death row, cementing their status as pariahs in the eyes of society. For 3 agonizing years, the Vagos languished behind bars, enduring the weight of false accusations and public scorn. Meanwhile, the true perpetrator, Rodney Lee, haunted by guilt, eventually confessed to his crime and turned himself in. Finally, in January of 1976, the truth came to light, as the informant's deceit was exposed, and the Vagos were exonerated. Despite their exoneration, the damage had been done. The Vagos had endured years of unfounded vilification, their reputation tarnished by the specter of wrongful accusations. However, amidst the turmoil, the club persevered and continued to thrive. Expanding their ranks beyond the confines of Mexican-American identity, the Vagos evolved into a formidable force with hundreds of members. Moreover, they capitalized on their newfound notoriety to expand their illicit enterprises, trafficking substances across the country with impunity. Despite the scars of injustice, the Vagos emerged from the crucible stronger and more determined than ever, a testament to the indomitable spirit of brotherhood and resilience that defined their legacy. In 2001, the Vagos Motorcycle Club's streak of luck took a dramatic turn when the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, devised a bold plan to dismantle major organized crime syndicates, including the notorious Hells Angels and the Vagos themselves. Enter Charles Falco, offered a chance to evade prosecution by becoming an informant for the ATF. The catch? He had to infiltrate the tightly knit Vagos and extract crucial information, a daunting task given the club's penchant for secrecy and internal classification. Undeterred by the risks, Charles embraced his mission with unwavering resolve, immersing himself in the heart of Vagos territory in Victorville, California, for 3 years. Alongside fellow informant George Rowe, he infiltrated the inner circles of the Vagos, contributing to the unraveling of the club's criminal activities and the success of Operation 22 Green, resulting in the arrest of 62 Vagos members. Despite this blow, the Vagos regrouped and resurfaced in 2010 in Santa Cruz, igniting a fierce rivalry with the dominant Hells Angels. Their clashes over territory and influence sent shockwaves through the biker world, signaling the resurgence of the Vagos Motorcycle Club and ushering in a new era of conflict in California's biker underworld. Amidst the fury of the encounter, Vagos leader Thomas Froberg found himself embroiled in a brutal altercation with 3 Hells Angels members, culminating in a chaotic scene on Front Street. Despite Froberg's valiant efforts, the conflict escalated into a full-blown brawl, underscoring the volatile nature of the rivalry between the 2 rival factions. Fortunately, no serious injuries were reported, but the incident served as a stark reminder of the unpredictability and danger inherent in the ongoing turf wars between the Vagos and Hells Angels. Meanwhile, tensions flared anew in Sparks, Nevada, as members of the San Jose Hells Angels and the Vagos of San Francisco crossed paths at the Nugget Casino. On a crowded casino floor, a chance encounter between the rival clubs erupted into a heated argument, quickly escalating into physical violence. The altercation culminated in a pivotal moment when Vagos member Ernesto Gonzalez intervened, resulting in the arrest of Gonzalez and further fueling the animosity between the 2 factions. Ernesto's actions, captured on camera, ignited a firestorm of controversy within the biker community, prompting debate over the ethics and necessity of his intervention. While some saw Ernesto's actions as a necessary defense of his friend, others condemned the escalation of violence as unnecessary and reckless. Much like the King Von Lil Tim situation, Ernesto's case highlighted the complexities and moral ambiguities inherent in street confrontations, where loyalty and self-defense often blur the lines between right and wrong. This resulted in the death of Hells Angels leader Jeffrey Pettigrew and sent shockwaves through the biker underworld, amplifying tensions between the Hells Angels and the Vagos. Pettigrew's funeral, attended by thousands including numerous Angels members and heavy police presence, was fraught with apprehension, culminating in a tragic altercation between respected Angels Steve Ruiz and Steve Towson, resulting in Towson's death. This event deepened the grief within the Hells Angels, prompting internal soul-searching as they grappled with the loss of 2 esteemed leaders. A makeshift memorial for Towson served as a somber reminder of the profound impact of the tragedy, as both the Hells Angels and the Vagos sought to navigate a period of relative calm amidst the legacy of violence and loss that had shaken their respective communities to the core. In conclusion, the intertwined histories of the Hells Angels and the Vagos Motorcycle Club exemplify the complex dynamics of brotherhood, rivalry, and resilience within the biker underworld. From the tumultuous origins of both clubs in the 1960s to their contemporary clashes and enduring legacies, these groups have navigated through adversity, tragedy, and conflict. Their stories serve as a testament to the indomitable spirit of brotherhood, the pursuit of freedom, and the consequences of violence in the pursuit of power. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.